on the blue, Albertson Stadium in Boise, Idaho. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Georgia Southern Eagles and the Boise State Broncos. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Hey guys, the Eagles head coach told me before the game he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. So Boise State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Zaire Gaines, big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score. On the run, it's Gaines. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to the run. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. It'll be 3rd and long.
Here we go, ready. Blue, 22, blue, jet. Go, go.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Broncos look to keep this drive humming. They go to the counter. Nice move there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Quarterback keep. Makes his man miss. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running.
Makes the grab. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Ahead. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Broncos! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, and they get paid.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Eagles offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power 4. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for this squad.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Maybe some room here. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll give it to him again. Makes it past the marker. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're going to feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone. And they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
He's going to take off. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the read plays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll leave it with the lone back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Snap to the back. Makes one man miss. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Georgia Southern comes to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Get the running back. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They're dealing with a second and long. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, fourth down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Reads it, fires complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the knee. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again.
Here we go. Ready. 18, ready to go. Ready to go.
Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
What happened to the beautiful days of 4th down punts? Weren't those great? Like back in the day when they didn't go for it every single 4th down. Nowadays, with all the analytics, go for it. The offense goes for it. Second time, 2 for 2 on 4th down. Really frustrating if you're on the defensive side of the football.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, you love those plays as a defense when the quarterback gets a little bit sloppy and floats one out there, and you just got an opportunity to run underneath. You got to run underneath that thing and squeeze it and make the play. You can't look where you're running before you catch it. Maybe he was peeking ahead a little bit before he secured that thing.
This one's complete.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
A big stop from this defense as they force a 4th down and a decision coming right now.
And that's a big 3rd down stop for this defense, but they can't relax, right? They've done this a couple of times already, and they've converted 2 for 2 on 4th down. So this D's got to be ready. They got to be physical on this 4th down, and they got to get a stop. They've gotten to this point. They just haven't been able to close the door.
Finding some room. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Timeout taken by Boise State. Second time they've stopped the clock here in the half. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they tacked on the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back in for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Picks up the 1st down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Firing to the right, complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Tough to make a living as an offense converting on 3rd and 10, but they'll try it here. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the score.
He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with Louisville taking on the number 10 team, the Virginia Cavaliers. And it's the Cardinals, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings. And now back to your game in Boise. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
The Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Hey, guys, the Eagles head coach told me coming out of the locker room, this is exactly what he expected from 2 undefeated teams, very closely matched opponents, and that's exactly how it played out in the first half. But he believes his team is better, and they can make some noise here to start the second half. I'll let you know on how things are developing here on his sideline as the game goes on. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Offense working from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right back to the well. That ought to be enough to move the chains and give Georgia Southern a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Got enough for the first. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run from the shotgun. Got 9 yards on the play. Leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the 2nd level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium holding their breath thinking he might break it, but this defense up front, they've got to be able to slow him down a little bit.
Here's a gift to Parker. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Fights off a defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got enough for the first. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Eagles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right back to the well. Dragged down after working his way. And those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back on the move. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Handoff from the gun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. The RPO, it's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, goes and gets a first down.
On the ground, it's Gaines. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Off the RPO, complete. At the 40, there he goes. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Broncos. They take the lead with the 6.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They go right back to him. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. 3rd and 6 yards to go. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Could be an alley. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun. Give on the inside.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
QB draw. The offense coughs it up. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
The defense comes up big time on the 4th down play, trying to get the stop, making sure he doesn't get a first down. The fumble, it's just the icing on the sundae. That's fine. We'll take it, but more importantly, they got the big stop and turnover on downs.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe a crease. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Makes it past the marker. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Here's a throw downfield late. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic when you think about it. When there's panicking, never really helps. But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing.